We tend to talk about karma as if it's something energetic. What you put out energetically, you get back, but that's leaving out some important pieces of the puzzle. The thing is, karma isn't just energetic, it's physical. We experience it physically, and the physical material world is slow and dense, and the way it responds to the actions we take can be slow to play out. Maybe we have done a lot of healing, but the karma from previous actions and our previous mental and emotional state are still playing out in our lives. Often, positive karma is going to come to us from new actions, new choices, within new experiences and new situations. When we heal and our mental and emotional state changes, then our actions and choices naturally change. The energetic or the mental and emotional is converted into something physical to create our reality. The karma from old actions may not be able to be completely altered because that train has already been rolling down the track for a while, but it may be able to be mitigated as long as we approach the situation from this new healed perspective that we have. If we continue to approach it from old mindsets, then the karma could keep snowballing in that particular situation, regardless of how healed we're showing up in other areas of life. If the situation is still bringing up within us insecurities, fear, a sense of limitation, shame, guilt, anger, hate, or envy, and we act on it even in the smallest way, like through our tone of voice, overextending ourselves, trying to desperately correct a situation, or even through avoidance, then we can compound the karma. It does not matter how much we've healed or how good of a person we are. We tend to look at karma and the law of attraction as you put good out, then you get good back. But that's kind of looking at life through the lens of morality, which really isn't how it works. Morality and the idea of good and bad are often focused on appearances. It's surface level understanding when really there are like 5 more layers beneath that regarding why we are the way we are and why we do what we do. Because we're taught to only look at the surface level and this is all we really know to do, we can't see all of these layers underneath until we begin to awaken. Unfortunately, it also means that others around us can't see all of the layers beneath our behaviors and will most likely judge us at surface level. We're taught to rely on this surface level validation to tell us that we're a good person. But when we awaken, we realize there's so much more to it than just good versus bad, right versus wrong, moral versus immoral. We see that the karma we receive actually comes from whether or not we are acting in alignment with our divine nature through empowered actions. When we see the truth, we can no longer rely on the feedback of others to make us feel good about ourselves. We have to become secure and comfortable enough within ourselves that we no longer care if people can see us for who we really are. We have to accept that most people just aren't capable of seeing us at that level. The surface level validation will no longer suffice because we know it's not even reflective of who we really are. We can exhaust ourselves and create a reality that isn't even what we desire, or we're trying to prove ourselves and to others that we are a good person, or maybe more morally righteous than someone else. But we have to ask if we're doing this for surface level validation, or are we creating what we truly desire? If we can determine the truth behind why we do what we do, then we can change course. We can keep the negative karma from snowballing and begin to create positive karma, even if it's in a completely separate and new way.